Hey everyone, Kanto Mike here. Let's hop in and talk more about this beast in front of me. We have here a 2018 Dodge Challenger Hellcat Widebody. This is my first time driving a Dodge Challenger and actually the most powerful car I've ever driven. And to sum up my experience, this car has been a blast to drive. The acceleration is just insane because of this massive 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi V8 packing 707 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. With that much power, Dodge has provided substantial cooling measures by implementing a low temperature circuit with two air coolant heat exchangers within the supercharger housing. Dodge claims you can run the Hellcat hard for 20 minutes on a road course with ambient temperature at 100 degrees Fahrenheit and the engine power will not derate. To go along with that brute force, we have a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission that shifts incredibly fast. For 2018, Dodge introduces the Widebody for the Hellcat, which is a $6,000 option and increases the width to 3.5 inches. Overall enhancing the Challenger look, as if the Challenger wasn't mean looking enough. You also get 305 section tires on all four corners. As a comparison, the narrow body Hellcat had 275 section tires. Along with those 305 section tires are 20-inch Devil's Rim aluminum wheels. Also, the wider width and tires has improved the performance over a standard Hellcat. On the skid pad, the Widebody produces a 0.97 G versus a 0.93 G on the standard Hellcat. As for a road course on a 1.7 mile track, Dodge claims the lap time has improved by 2 seconds with the Widebody. As for brakes, you get 15.4 inch 6-piston Brembos in the front and 13.8 inch 4 pistons in the back. Now, sitting in the Challenger, the seats are quite comfortable. The seats have very solid bolstering, which makes long cruises a breeze. Also, it's spacious, rides smooth, and relatively quiet inside. Granted, if you're not flooring it. And I sat in the back seats and had no issues whatsoever. I was comfortable and had decent legroom. The Challenger would be perfect for a long road trip. And you have a decently sized trunk with 16.2 cubic inches of space. So, how does a Hellcat drive? The Hellcat definitely felt big when I'm driving it around, which is expected because of the size. I thought I would have a hard time turning in this 4,500 pound beast, but it wasn't that bad. To put the weight in perspective, the Hellcat weighs as much as 2 ND Mazda MX-5s. Still, the handling is surprisingly decent. The slightly wider stance and 305 section tires do help the handling. I felt that Hellcat could use slightly wider tire width, or Dodge could have gone with a staggered setup, perhaps. Nonetheless, the 305s appear to be sufficient for most people. Moving over to the center console, you have different drive modes that you can select: Auto, Sport, Track, and Custom. I really like how in Custom you can really fine-tune each component, such as transmission, traction, suspension, and steering. And within each component you can select between Track, Sport, or Street. There's also a performance page, and under that you can have multiple tabs that include dyno, engine, G-force, gauges, and timers, which is pretty cool. Overall, would I recommend the Hellcat Widebody? Yes, absolutely. However, driving this 700 power beast takes a lot of discipline because you're always looking for gaps to accelerate. I really couldn't utilize this in Los Angeles. If I lived somewhere with big open roads like Texas, this car would be right on the streets. Nevertheless, it is still tons of power for the streets and best utilized on the track. So where does the Challenger fit today? The Challenger definitely captures some of that old school muscle car DNA. For someone who doesn't have the time to work on a classic muscle car or hunting for one, I can see why this Challenger may be appealing for a lot of people. For some, they just want to hop in and just drive, as well as daily drive the Challenger. That raw and visceral experience in an older muscle car, like back in the 60s and 70s, definitely provide an authentic experience. Still, these modern day Challengers are pretty darn good. I don't think these manufacturers like Dodge will be producing these types of V8 cars forever. I eventually see electric cars taking over in the future, so we might as well appreciate these while they're still here. Let me know in the comments below what everyone thinks, or if I'm missing something about the Hellcat. Thank you for watching. Catch all of you later. Peace!